And welcome back to Brantlife. Well, we're going from the electron microscope to a really interesting story with Destiny Shackleton, who is a speaker and trainer from Inspiration from the Chair. Great to have you here on Brantlife today.
Thank you for having me.
Now, we were just chatting a second ago about how you've overcome being up in front of people to be able to inspire and encourage people. Your story about overcoming.
Yeah,
Tell me a little bit
you.
about Inspiration from the Chair.
Well, my friend came up with this idea and said I should write a book. And I'm like, I'm not going to write a book. And then
These friends who tell us things, oh, thanks, now I got to do this.
And then he said the name Inspirations from the Chair. I'm like, oh, you know what? I'm going to write that book. And so that's in a progress, but I do the speaking. And I went to school here in town, Prince Charles, then North Park, and then Laurier, and then I did speakers training in Toronto.
Wow.
Acting school in Toronto, mediation in Hamilton. I've been all over. And so, yeah, I just do as much as I can around this community to help wherever I can.
And how do you inspire from the chair?
That's a good question. I used to feel worthless and like a burden, and I had to overcome that for myself. And so when I hear things from other people, I help them to see different perspectives, different points of view, and maybe they can see themselves differently also.
Yeah, absolutely. So we want to talk a little bit about something so we were talking a bit before the show started, and sometimes I get to sit down with the guest before the show starts and sometimes not, but we sat down and you started talking about this and I could tell, well, she cares about this project. Now, some people know the former Red Cross building is empty or for sale, or then there's a lot of people going, oh boy, we don't want to lose this building, but you've got an idea for this building. Maybe tell me a little bit about this idea that you've got.
Yeah, thank you. Well, I have a petition online and I've gotten signatures just out in the community. I want to have it open as a place for people that need special support. I need support. We all have special needs, and I just want it to be a building for people with special needs, run by people with special needs that can care and work together to create a happy home. People always said to me, oh, you're so lucky your parents didn't put you in a home. That was such a scary thing to hear. And I've been to homes where I'm like, I wouldn't want to live here. So I want to create a home where I would want to live and be put in. Put me in this home.
So what are some of the obstacles to overcome between the dream of it and the fruition of it?
Well, I don't have money. It's just my hopes and dreams, but I don't have the financial backing for this, but I would like to partner with people, investors, anything like that. I'm going to register as a non-for-profit, become charitable, see where it goes.
Why is this such a need? I mean, not just in our community, but in communities. Why is this such a need?
Well, we can see that we have a housing crisis right now. There's so many homeless people. A lot of homeless people have special needs, are on ODSP. ODSP does not cover rent unless you're geared to income. So a lot of people are just without a home right now.
What do you think the eventual outcome would be if a place like this doesn't happen in our community? It's tough to think about.
Yeah, well, we're just going down the drain. I just want to save us.
Yeah, yeah. So how can people take active steps with you? You mentioned you have a petition.
I have a petition, I have a GoFundMe, and you can just contact me and we can find a way to make this happen.
So people who are watching who might be going through a tough time and a discouraging time, got about a minute. What would be your message to them to encourage them? People who are going through a tough time where they feel like they may have been forgotten.
Those are exactly the people I'm talking to. Those people who fall through the cracks, are unheard and unseen and feel forgotten. And I've felt that way and it sucks. And I just want to help people to have hope and faith that there's something better around the corner.
That's amazing.
Thank you.
Okay, well, listen, you can do something. You can go and help sign the petition and actually just be also kind and encouraging to one another in our community makes an enormous difference.
Huge.
So thanks so much, Destiny. And if
Thank
you want to
you.
be here on Rogers TV at Brantlife telling your story, go to www.rogerstv.com. Click on Brantlife, send us an email, tell us your story, and you can be sitting here in my fake living room telling what you care about and what your passion is. We'll be back with more great people, more great stories on Brantlife right after this.